morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the top stories so far. Constitutional Council alleged of indifference to give full shape to a number of constitutional bodies. Supreme Court under acting leadership for the past 5 months. Efforts are underway to give a drastic facelift to the appearance of the cities overnight, with BIMSTEC meeting round the corner. At least 43 people, mostly children, killed or wounded in Saudi-led coalition airstrike in rebel-held northern Yemen. And the 19-member cricket squad announced for the upcoming Asia Cup qualifiers beginning in Malaysia from 29th of August. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. Many constitutional bodies, including the Supreme Court, have long been chaired by temporary leadership. Despite adequate time at their disposal, the members of the Constitutional Council do not appear serious in providing a full shape to the constitutional bodies so far. The meeting of the Constitutional Council, scheduled for this Tuesday, was postponed all of a sudden. Leader of the main opposition and member of the Constitutional Council, Sherbad Dewa, left for Singapore the next day on Wednesday. The meeting of the Constitutional Council will not be held until Dewa's return. The Supreme Court has been operating under a temporary leadership since the 15th of March as well. In no contrast, the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, has been under temporary leadership as well for the past 6 months. While the two major entities responsible for ensuring monitoring, control and balance of the use of state powers remain void of leadership, the Constitutional Council, meanwhile, appears to be in no rush. The Supreme Court is now under successive leadership of acting Chief Justices. While Deepak Raj Joshi is in leave from office following his rejection for the post of Chief Justice by the Parliamentary Hearing Committee, senior Supreme Court Justice Om Prakash Mishra has been assigned with the responsibility of acting Chief Justice. It has been almost 5 months since the Supreme Court has been led by an acting Chief Justice. Law practitioners and experts have opined that the scenario at the Supreme Court has affected the entire judicial process. The meeting of the Constitutional Council was not held for a long time after the formation of the government under the leadership of KP Sharma Oli. Parliament regulations were raised as excuses at times, while the absence of Parliamentary Hearing Committee was attributed as the reason at others. Meanwhile, efforts are not even made to address the vacant leadership issue at the corruption watchdog CIAA. The series of such incidents show that efforts are in progress to further delay the appointment of a new Chief Justice. And moving on, the bill registered at the Parliament by the government regarding amendments on the Citizenship Act has drawn widespread criticisms from lawmakers and legal experts of the ruling party itself. While some have termed the bill illegitimate from the perspective of gender equality, others have protested, saying the new clauses to grant citizenship are too lenient. If the new bill is endorsed without amendments, non-residents will be able to make use of rights except for political, while children from Nepalese mothers without identification of their fathers will also be able to receive their citizenship certificates. The bill also has provisions to issue citizenship certificates to women married to foreigners. They have termed the provision of granting citizenship certificates to children born to foreigners in Nepal as impractical. The lawmakers of the ruling party itself have expressed dissatisfaction on numerous terms and conditions for provision of citizenship certificate through a mother's name when no such hassles exist while receiving a citizenship under a father's name. They have accused the government of going against the fundamental right provisioned by the Constitution in introducing the amendment. The bill also includes a new provision of correcting the date of birth after the issuance of citizenship certificate. Likewise, it has also included a provision to provide a new citizenship certificate following sex change. Meanwhile, the bill also provisions other as a denomination for sex identity, which is an addition to the existing male and female gender. Roads with potholes and ill-managed electric wires are a normal sight in the country's capital, Kathmandu. Despite directives from the Prime Minister and ministers to repair the roads, officials do not seem enthusiastic to implement the orders. However, whenever foreign guests are on the visiting itinerary, efforts are made to give a drastic facelift to the appearance of the cities overnight. All the effort currently being made to improve the condition of roads is a part of the preparation for the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation BIMSTEC Summit scheduled for the 30th and 31st of August. Head of State and the government from India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka and Thailand are arriving in Nepal for the summit. Upgrading and decorating of cities done during the visit of foreign VVIP guests is a rare sight during normal times. The Department of Roads has claimed that repair and upgrading of roads is carried out twice a year, which it termed a regular procedure. However, Director General of the department, Rabindranath Shrestha, claimed the repair works are part of the normal process, although carried out earlier this time. Repairing the roads and getting rid of the potholes to ease public life is a good work. However, the government mechanism has the trend of waiting for a special occasion to do so. This very trend of repairing roads and decorating cities overnight only during the visits of foreign delegates while ignoring under various pretexts at other times, it has to be said, has not gone down well with the general public. We'll take a short break here. We have more news when we come back. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Following the lapse of almost 3 months since the merger between the then CPN-UML and CPN-Maoist Centre, the unified party now has begun procedure for integration of provincial and district level institutions along with sister organizations. However, the integration procedure has turned complicated after both the factions have been claiming for leadership roles. The Nepal Communist Party Secretariat had corresponded for a proposal of committees from provincial to local levels with integrated representation of leaders and cadres from both the camps. The 4-member task force, including province in charges from all the 7 provinces, were given the same directive. The task forces, which have a deadline till 21st of August to finalize the names, are busy holding discussions. However, polarization remains to be addressed within the task forces as the members are keen on including candidates close to them, considering the General Convention of the NCP scheduled in 2 years' time. The task force was assigned with the responsibility of concluding the integration of provincial and district committees on consensus. However, complications have surfaced due to many aspirants within both factions. The NCP Secretariat has made preparations to proceed with the names recommended by the task forces in case consensus remains elusive. With the party unification yet to be felt at the grassroots level, leaders and cadres are left without responsibilities in provincial, district and local levels. Now, the special court in its verdict has declared the notorious gangster Ganesh Lama guilty on charges of amassing wealth disproportionate to his income sources. The special court slapped a 1-year jail term yesterday along with 14 million fine and an equal penalty amount on Lama. The court meanwhile acquitted other members of Lama's family, holding them not guilty. The Department of Money Laundering Investigation had filed a case against Lama on the 19th of May 2013, alleging him of amassing just over 270 million rupees from illegal sources. Lama is currently under police custody in another case related to arms and ammunition. Yesterday, we caught up with some passengers commuting in public vehicles in the capital and asked them about their experience while traveling on public transportations. In our Public's Voice segment, let's have a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
जति गाडी भए पनि छ नि नेपालमा गाडी त अवेलेबल धेरै छ त्यही पनि खै अब जनसंख्या धेरै भएको हो कि के हो गाह्रो चाहिँ जे होस् धेरै नै गाह्रै नै हुन्छ
समस्या त अब यहाँ हाम्रो त यो रुटको गाडी चाहिँ नहुरुलको गाडी हो अनि हाम्रो यहाँ टाइममा गाडी कहिले पनि कुर्दैन हामी गाडी कुर्दा कहिले 1 घण्टा 1.5 घण्टा बस्नुपर्ने हुन्छ गाडीको समस्या छ अब यो कुरा लिएर हामी समितिमा गयो भने हामीले समितिमा चाहिँ मान्छे खटाछ गाडी पठाछु भन्छ आउँदैन अहिले पनि यहाँ बच्चाहरु सबै अल्पत्र पल बसिरहेको हुन्छ
चढिसकेपछि पनि सिट नपाउने उभिएर जानुपर्ने अब समस्या त्यस्तै हो
सिट भन्दा ओभर मान्छे बसिरहेका हुन्छन् हैन प्याक हुन्छ अब महिला पनि उभिएकै हुन्छन् अनि पुरुष पनि उभिएकै हुन्छन् एउटा समस्या त त्यो नै छ हैन दोस्रो समस्या अब समयमा जहाँ पुग्नु पर्ने त्यहाँको लागि समयमा गाडी मिलिरहेको छैन
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what do you term the trend of repairing roads only during foreign visits of guests? Your options are A, act to save blushes, B, show off, and C, inactive government mechanism. The voting for that question is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
Nepal has announced the squad for the upcoming Asia Cup qualifiers. Sarath Vestwakar, who has failed to recover from his finger injury, has been left out of the squad. The selection committee, consisting head coach Jagat Tamata and captain Paras Khadka, named the 19-member squad. Out of 15 players who featured in the recent one-day international series against the Netherlands, 13 players are in close camp training for the Asia Cup qualifiers, including Gyanendra Malla, Basanta Regmi, Dipendra Singh Airi, Sandeep Lamichhane, Karan Kesi and Lalit Bhandari. Likewise, Lalit Rajbansi, Arif Sheikh, Pradeep Airi, Sompal Kami, Suvas Kakurel, Sunil Dhamala, Susan Bhari, Anil Shah and Rohit Paudel are also included in the team. Nepal will bring Apurva Desai from India as a batting consultant. The close camp training is scheduled to commence from 14th of August. Likewise, the qualifying game will commence from 29th of August till 6th of September in Malaysia. Oman, Hong Kong, Singapore and UAE will join Nepal in the qualifiers. The matches will be played under round-robin league format. The top 2 finalists will qualify for the Asia Cup to be held in UAE from 15th September. Nepal has scheduled 3 practice matches in Sri Lanka prior to the qualifiers. Now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Constitutional Council alleged of indifference to give full shape to a number of constitutional bodies. Supreme Court under acting leadership for the past 5 months. Efforts are underway to give a drastic facelift to the appearance of the cities overnight, with BIMSTEC meeting around the corner. At least 43 people, mostly children, are wounded in Saudi-led coalition airstrike in rebel-held northern Yemen. And the 19-member cricket squad announced for the upcoming Asia Cup qualifiers beginning in Malaysia from 29th of August. That's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.